Hello, and welcome to 5-Minute Math. Today we are looking at the 5th grade concept of area, perimeter, and volume. This is standard 5.4H in the great state of Texas, and we are using item number 3 of the 2024 released STAAR test. This is a new item type called multiple select, and if you haven't done so already, please go ahead and take a moment to pause the video, work this problem out on your own, unpause it, and we will look at our answers together. So multiple select means we need to find two correct answers. If I select these two, and I want to select a third, you'll notice it will not let me. And then if I just try to select one and move on, the system will give me a warning saying you have not answered everything. So let's get both points. This is a 2-point problem. Looks pretty straightforward here. We've got some rectangular prisms, and we're looking for a volume of 24 cubic centimeters. Now, in case we forget, let's check our reference materials. And what do we see here? We see volume of rectangular prism, and we see it about halfway through. There's two different ways we can look at it: length times width times height, or base times height. But that big B base means the area of the base, which is going to be length times width. So it's the same thing. So volume equals length times width times height, or base times height. But this base is the area of the base, which is length times width. So it ends up being the same thing. You'll use that big B base for later formulas in different grades when you're doing things other than rectangular prisms like cylinders. All right, so length times width times height means that we just need to multiply. So let's just label this A, B, C, D, and E, and let's get to multiplying. We're looking for two that have a volume of 24 cubic centimeters. All right, so we'll do A is going to be 4 times 2 times 3. Now, what I find here is, just multiply two of them that are easy. They can be right next to each other, or they don't have to be, right? That's going to be 8 times 3. That's going to equal 24. So that looks good. Now, just to check, right, you could do it a different way. You can say, what if we multiply the 2 times 3? That's going to be 6. And then 6 times the 4 that's left over still equals 24, right? So that's the associative grouping property multiplication. You can multiply these factors in any order, in any groups. You're still going to get the same answer. All right, so A looks good. So we just need one more. Let's check B. All right, so B is going to be 6 times 2 times 2, right? And we can show multiplication either by using this X or by using this dot. Both of those work. As you start getting older and older, the X's will go away and be more of the dots, or it might just be something like this, 6, and then just parentheses like this. They won't even give you a dot because that might look like a decimal. So that means multiplication when you have a number outside of a parentheses. Well, let's just multiply the 6 times 2. That's going to be 12 times 2 equals 24. I want to do the 2 and 2. That's going to equal 4. All right, so, it looks like I've got my two answers right away. Let's just check the others. C is going to be, oh, I could tell you that's going to be too big. 8 times 8 times 8. Now, if they wanted to do 8 plus 8 plus 8, that equals 24. But 8 times 8 equals 64. Multiply that by 8 again. That's 512. So that's a no. I see the mistake there. Look at this D right here. Look how big this is. 9, same thing. Plus 5, plus 10, right? That would get you 24, but I need to multiply them. So 9 times 5 is 45. Multiply by 10 on that, that's 450. So that's wrong, right? And then we'll see, same thing. 8 plus 10 plus 6, right? That's going to get you 24, but you need to multiply. 8 times 10 is 80, times 6 is 480. Way too big. Answers A and B.